Hey everybody, Trent here. One's Ready podcast here for a little another shorty. I just want to talk about today. One day you wake up and you're a supervisor. Like holy crap! It doesn't seem like I've been in that long. No time has passed at all. I made staff sergeant or whatever. Maybe you didn't make staff sergeant, and now someone is expecting me to look after other people. Like their career, at least a little bit, is in my hands. What do I do? Well, obviously, you should have gone through ALS, and they are going to teach you the processes, right? But teaching is not the same as doing. So we're going to walk through a quick 3-step process that makes it a lot easier and what fits within the actually pretty good framework for supervision as set forth by the Air Force, at least when I was in. Step number one, though, that you need to do, you need to sit down and figure out what it is that you want and what your expectations are for your people. I'm not saying you give them to them yet, but you need to sit down and actually put some thought into it. Because if you don't put any thought into it, then you don't know what you're driving towards. And if you don't know what you're driving towards, then you're going to go off the cliff, right? Like this isn't rocket surgery. It's not that hard. That is step number one. Step number two is get together with your people and get to know them. What you need to do is you already have it in your mind what you want. Now it's time to figure out what their goals are. And what's that going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to put those things together. If you don't ask them what their goals are, or if you don't get to know them at all, and this is what your initial feedback session should start with, or before your initial feedback session, is who are these people? How long have they been in? Where are they coming from? And what do they want to get out of the next year of their career, right? And then the third thing, pretty simple. You put those things together and you make a plan as a team. If you just go in there thinking that you're the boss now and these are my expectations and you either get on board or I'm going to run you over, like that can work. But I don't think it's the most efficient way to do business. Taking someone else's dreams or whatever, what their goals for the next year and meshing them with your expectations and your goals as a team for the next year, you're only going to get buy-in from them. And that's really one of the big goals that you should be looking for is getting buy-in from the people that you're supervising. And then also putting stuff down on paper so that if you have a master sergeant that doesn't want to like give your people the rating they deserve, if you have everything on paper, then they can get what they deserve and you have something to fall back on. All of those things are important. But the big thing is you need to have certain expectations and goals before you start this process for you and your team. And then you need to figure out what theirs are, and then you need to bring them together. So it's super simple. The Air Force has like your initial feedback, your midterm feedback, and then your rating at the end of the year. And then your midterm feedback, it should look a lot like your initial feedback, except tell them where they're doing well and where they're messing up. And that's maybe we should do another video on that later, is how to give feedback correctly and why it's so important. But for now, that's how you're going to be a supervisor. You're welcome. So reach out if you have any more questions, whatever, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Later.